Okay, hello, hi. First, I'll pass some important information to you. In the comments section, there is a link to a video that demonstrates how you can find technology nearest to you anywhere in the country that cures early stage prostate cancer without surgery, hospital stay, or harmful side effects. That technology is called the CyberKnife. It cured me in 2007. As I stopped for treatments over a 5-day period on my way to work. Now, in this presentation, you will see video talks about the stealthiness, the long effective range, and awesome power of our nuclear submarines, and the fact that the felon shared information that should have never been made public. I've said it in previous presentations, and I'll say it again. The felon is a huge security risk to America and should not be trusted with the information he has access to. And the video you are about to see is just one example. He actually made a public announcement about deployment of nuclear submarines to a specific area on a given date and time. And that should have never happened. When our submarines deploy, and they do on a regular basis, that is kept secret. Only the people that need to know should know. And if the felon hadn't slept during security briefs, he would not have made such a stupid statement. The guy is a security leak walking around and cannot be trusted with the info that he has access to. He is arrogant and does not know how to follow the guidelines and rules of our government. He seems to want to run the world, threaten other countries either financially or militarily, and to get them to do his bidding. Oh, did I mention he is a huge security leak just waiting to rupture? Please watch this video.
On August 1st, 2025, President Donald Trump made a rare move. He publicly announced that 2 American nuclear submarines were heading toward Russian waters. It was a warning and a reminder. When a nuclear submarine leaves port for war, the world rarely knows. No flashing lights, no roaring engines, just a silent shadow.
It does not have to be specifically for war. When a submarine leaves port, rarely nobody knows. The only people that know are the people that need to know.
Beneath the waves, vanishing into the deep. Their greatest weapon isn't just their missiles. It's the uncertainty they create. You don't know where they are. You don't know what they're aiming at. And that's the whole point. A ballistic missile submarine is one of the most elusive weapon platforms ever created. It moves silently beneath thousands of square miles of ocean, invisible to satellites, radar, and most sonar. Somewhere out there, in the cold, cold dark, it waits, patient, unseen, and ready. These aren't routine patrol boats. Each one is a floating fortress, carrying enough firepower to change the course of history in minutes. The moment a nuclear sub is deployed, the stakes shift. Allies feel reassured, enemies feel the pressure, and the rest of the world holds its breath. What makes this so dangerous is that these vessels don't need to be close to strike. Their ballistic missiles can travel more than 7,000 kilometers. They can hit a target on the other side of the planet without ever leaving deep water. One launch, and the world changes forever. That's why they're called second strike weapons. If an enemy manages to destroy a country's land-based missile silos or airfields, these submarines survive, hidden under the waves, and strike back. It's the ultimate insurance policy against a nuclear attack. But sending one on a mission isn't just about deterrence. It's about signaling. In military terms, the simple act of moving a nuclear submarine can alter the balance of power in a crisis. It's a chess move in a global game where one wrong calculation could trigger disaster. The deployment is a carefully planned operation. The crew is hand-picked from the Navy's elite.
Okay, he mentioned that the crew is hand-picked from the Navy's elite. Now, speaking on that point, I can guarantee you that many of the people on board a submarine has a higher IQ than the idiot felon that lives in the White House and controls. Yet he controls the movement of the submarine. And those people in the sub are much more clearer thinking and more logical and can make better decisions.
Every sailor aboard has passed rigorous background checks, psychological screening, and months of training. They know their mission, but rarely the full scope. Supplies are loaded for months at sea. Food, medical equipment, spare parts, classified maintenance kits for the ship's most secret systems. The missile tubes are checked and double-checked. Guidance systems are updated. Encryption keys for secure communications are refreshed. Once everything is ready, the order comes down. The massive submarine slips away from the pier, often under the cover of night.
Okay, he said slips away from the pier, often under the cover of night. Now, the reason for that is because it's not a public spectacle. It should not be made public when a nuclear submarine gets underway. The people who are stationed on board a submarine know when it's leaving because they're on the sub. And they have enough sense to keep it secret. They don't advertise it to the world. They don't tell their friends. They don't tell anybody. But the idiot felon doesn't seem, like I said, he must have slept through the security briefings. If he didn't sleep, then he obviously did not pay attention. But you don't just advertise that kind of shit to the general world that you're sending out nuclear subs.
Tugboats guide her out into open water. Then, with a deep, slow dive, she disappears beneath the surface. From that moment on, she becomes a ghost. Her position known only to a handful of people in the Navy's highest command. She could be.
And those people in the Navy's highest command, I guarantee you, are much more smart or much have a higher IQ than the idiot felon whose photograph you're looking at right now. Okay, now, as mentioned in the video, all personnel associated with the submarine have been through psychological screenings for suitability in the submarine community. Yet the country has a egocentric, loose wingnut in the White House that is far less stable than the officers and crew in that submarine. But he has the ability to control their movement and action. Just a dangerous situation for the country. Oh, and a reminder, in the comments section, there's a link to a video that demonstrates how you can find technology that cures early stage prostate cancer without surgery, hospital stay, or harmful side effects. That same technology cured me in 2007. It's called the Cyber Knife. And it cured me as I stopped by for treatments over a 5-day period on my way to work. Now, many primary care physicians don't seem to be aware of the Cyber Knife and what it can do. So I'm trying to help men avoid the pain, the unnecessary pain and suffering of prostate removal surgery and its ugly side effects like I did in 2007. And by performing the steps that I show in that video, you'll be able to find the nearest doctor and facility that works with the Cyber Knife. A doctor that can give you a competent opinion on what the Cyber Knife can do. Thank you for watching.